Hi students, welcome to another session. Here we are going to discuss about follow direction test. It is another type of psychometric test included in the test battery. Here you will be given a pattern of letters in the test battery and you are supposed to answer a set of questions based on this pattern. The answer to each question will be an alphabet. Okay, so let us move to the questions directly, then you will be able to get the exact idea of answering and how do they frame the questions, right? The first question is, which is the only letter that appears directly above A? Alright. As you can see, in row 2 there is an A available. In row 3 there is an A available. In row 4 there is an A available. In row 5 also there is an A available. And the only letter that appears directly above A is, here as you can see, it is B. Above A it is B. Here it is B. Here it is B available. Here also it is B available. So the answer to this question is B, right? Let us move to another question. Which alphabet appears to the right of C in row 2? As you can see, this is row 2. Here to the right of C, D is available. So D is the answer, right? We can move to the next question. If row 1 and 3 are written in reverse order, then which alphabet will come below C in row 2? First of all, we can reverse row 1 and row 3. Then we can write row 2 as such. The question is, which alphabet will come below C in row 2, which means E is the answer. So E will be your answer, right? One thing you have to keep in mind is that during examination you will not be provided with pen and paper. For the sake of understanding to you, I used a pen here. When you are practicing, you should try to answer without any paperwork. RRB is testing your this particular skill, right? To the next question. If ever D appears to the right of C in row 4, then answer is the last alphabet of row 4. If not, answer is the middle alphabet of row 3. Here the question seems to be difficult, but the answer is easy. Here what they are saying is, take row 4. Take row 4. If D appears to the right of C, if D appears, if D appears to the right of C in row 4, then answer is the last alphabet of row 4, which means D. Now the second condition is, if D not appears to the right of C, then answer will be middle alphabet of row 3. Here as you can see, in row 4 D appears to the right of C. D appears to the right of C. So the answer will be last alphabet of row 4, which means B. So the answer will be B. So we can move to the next question. Which alphabet will appear to the left of alphabet above C in row 2? Here the alphabet C in row 2 is this one. And the alphabet above C is this one, D. So the alphabet left of D is C. So C will be your answer. C will be your answer, right? So moving to the next question. Which alphabet is above E of row 5, right? Which is very easy one. Here as you can see, this is row 5 and the E available in row 5 is this one. The alphabet above E of row 5 is A. So A will be your answer, right? So next question. The answer to this question will be the alphabet that appears between B and E after reversing row 4. Here, as you can see, I have reversed the row 4, which is this sequence B A E B C, and the question is the alphabet that appears between B and E after reversing row 4. So the alphabet appears between B and E is A. So the answer will be A. Which is very simple question. You can do it within few seconds, right? So the next question is, if all alphabets of column 2 are reversed, which alphabet will come between E and B of row 2, right? So as you can see here I have reversed the alphabets which is available in column 2, and I have written row 2 as such. So the question is, which alphabet will come between E and B of row 2, which means the answer will be D, right? If row 1 and 2 are reversed, which alphabet will come between C and A in column 3? Here I have reversed the row 1 and row 2, and I have written column 3 alphabets as such. So the question is, if row 1 and 2 are reversed, which alphabet will come between C and A in column 3? Which means the answer will be B. So moving to the next question. On moving from left to right in the first row up to column 3 and then downwards to row 3, which alphabet appears only once? Very interesting question. Here, on moving from left to right in the first row up to column 3, which means up to this point, right? And then downwards to row 3, which means up to this point. And the question is, which alphabet appears only once? Which means the answer will be C. So the only one letter that appears only once is C. So the answer will be C. So moving to the next question. Starting from upper left hand corner and going up to column 5 and then coming downwards up to row 5, which alphabet appears only once? A similar question which we have seen before. So let us answer it. So we can start from the upper left hand corner, which means here, and going up to column 5. Then we have to come downwards up to row 5. The question is, which alphabet appears only once? Which means the answer will be E. The answer will be E, because in the path we have drawn, there is A appears 2 times, B appears 2 times, C appears 2 times, D also appears 2 times. E is the only letter that appears only once. So answer will be E, right? Next question is, if all the alphabets of column 5 are reversed, which alphabet will appear to the left of A? Here I have reversed the entire elements, I mean the alphabets which is available in column 5, and I have written the alphabets available in column 4 as such. So the question is, which alphabet will appear to the left of A right now? So answer will be D. So moving to the next question. If ever D appears immediately to the right of B in row 5, answer is the second alphabet of row 1. If not, answer is the last alphabet of row 2. They are giving two conditions and we have to answer accordingly. Here they are giving two conditions, right? So what they are telling is, if ever D appears immediately to the right of B in row 5, the answer is the second alphabet of row 1. As you can see, the alphabet which appears to the right of B in row 5 is C. So it is not D as said in question. So we can move to the second condition. If not, answer is the last alphabet of row 2, which means D. So the second condition satisfies here. So the answer will be D, right? We can move to the next question. On moving from right to left in row 3 up to column 2, which alphabet appears below E? Here what they are telling is, on moving from right to left in row 3 up to column 2, which means here is the path up to column 2, which alphabet appears below E, which means D. So D is the answer, right? Moving to the next question. Start from upper right hand corner and go towards left in such a manner as to reach the starting point. Which alphabet comes between second D and second B? So this is an interesting question. What they are telling is, start from upper right hand corner and go towards left in such a manner as to reach the starting point, which means we have to go like this. We have to make a circuit here, and the question is, which alphabet comes between second D and second B in the traversed path? So here the second D is this one, and the second B is this one. So the answer will be C. The next question is, the answer to this question is the alphabet that comes after first three alphabets of row 4. Now the question is, the answer to this question is the alphabet that comes after first three alphabets of row 4, which means this is row 4, and the first three alphabets are C, D, E, and the answer will be the alphabet that comes after three alphabets of row 4, which means A is the answer, right? Simple question. So next question is, which alphabet appears just above the alphabet to the left of fifth alphabet of column 5? Here the fifth alphabet of column 5 is A, and the alphabet to the left of A is E. A is the answer, right? The 17th question is, if row 2 is written backwards, which alphabet will come above C in row 3? Here I have written the alphabets in row 2 in reverse order, and I have written the alphabets in row 3 as such. So the question is, in this condition, which alphabet will come above C in row 3, which means above C in row 3. Answer will be E, right? The next question is, which is the first alphabet towards the left side of the alphabet, just above the alphabet between D and A of row 4? Here first we have to find in row 4 which is the alphabet that is available between D and A, which means E. Then we have to find which is the alphabet that is available above this alphabet, which is A, and the answer to the question will be the alphabet that appears left side of the alphabet A, which means E. So E is the answer. Next question is, if row 3 is reversed, which alphabet will appear below C? Here I have reversed the elements available in row 3, and I have returned the elements available in row 4 as such. So the question will be, in this condition, which alphabet will appear below C? Which means the answer will be C, right? Moving to next question, the last one. Which alphabet appears towards the right of the alphabet, just above the alphabet between B and D of row 5? First of all, we have to find the alphabet which is available between B and D of row 5, which means C. And then we have to find the alphabet which is above C, which means D. Then we are going towards the answer, which means the alphabet that is available to the right of D, which is E. So E is the answer, right? So friends, today we have attended almost 20 to 22 questions. I hope you got the idea of answering. One thing you have to keep in mind that you are not supposed to use pen and paper. You have to arrive at the answer by mind calculations, which can be achieved by practice only. So please practice more questions. Thank you for watching.